Hi there, gallery members and new viewers alike. Thanks for tuning in for this latest edition of Gridiron Gallery. If you haven't seen my channel before up until this point with new videos, recommend you like this one and subscribe for more. We got plenty of content on all your favorite football leagues. And for those gallery members out there, thank you as always for tuning in. Really can't appreciate you enough. Now, on to the show. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Gridiron Gallery podcast, video, whatever you call it. It's been a weird week for me. Let's just be frank. No episode this week, so I figured, hey, let's make a little bit of a video. You know, we've for those that may have tuned into the channel in the past, we've done a Reddit forum of sorts with a bunch of the alternative football like Reddit pages. Including the Reddit ELF page run by Robin, Troy running the XFL and also the USFL when that comes out pages. And then we got Brayton over with the CFL one. So today, me and Robin were able to get together. Funny, we were originally trying to get this scheduled with all of us a week prior. I'll admit I effed that up as we're recording. But it's nice to get you to talk to you, Robin, and able to have you in again. It's been a minute, my friend. You know, I mean, how's life for you? How you doing?
Hey, it's all good. Thanks for having me. You know, it's been a long season, but it's been a great season. So
Yeah.
for the ELF standpoint, so yeah, I'm just happy, that all of this happened.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's funny. My channel the last month or so, since like you get the lead up to the championship, I'm like, it's an ELF channel anymore. You know,
Yeah,
what happened
yeah,
to what's Canadian football? XFL definitely
yeah.
doesn't exist or anything like
I mean,
that. So,
it's weird now that we are getting into the off season. So I've never
mhm.
been part of the off season before. So yeah, we will see what I will do.
Right. Well, I mean, you already got coaching hirings going on. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's been a
already some
few.
signings.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, signings too. I mean, I mean, for the Centurions at least, they're signing their two big, specialty players. Yeah, I mean, their MVP, the MVP of the league for crying out loud is coming back next year.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, two of
guaranteed.
the
That was
most
awesome.
important players. Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, that's got to be great to have that. I want to get your just talk with you a bit. I understand you were at the ELF championship game. Is that correct?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It was in my
Oh, nice.
hometown in Düsseldorf, so yeah, it was a no-brainer to go there.
Yeah, I mean, just I don't know. I mean, how was the experience? Like it, looked like a ton of fun. You know, kind of like
Yeah,
a much more grandiose what you hope all ELF games can be someday. You know, in a
yeah,
bigger stadium. But it felt like an actual championship vibe just watching it. You know, the production was good on the TV end. I was in
yeah. It
person.
was it was awesome. I was at the stadium at 11 p.m. A.m.
AM.
Very important. Yeah, in the morning, and there was a fan huddle, kind of with food and drinks, and it was awesome. There were a couple of players walking around, so I got to meet Marto London,
Oh,
got a
no
picture
way.
with him. That was
Okay.
awesome, one of the highlights. And overall, I got to meet one or two people from Twitter that I've met there yeah, over
That's
the
good.
season, and it's been an awesome experience. If every ELF game is like that from now on, or some years, like in 5 years, if every ELF game will get that kind of entertainment around it, that would be awesome.
Oh, I would love to see if they found a way to transition to like soccer stadiums like that all the time.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it was really good. Like I know, and you can't, for example, in the States, you can't live up all the way to the Super Bowl, but like it felt like if it was an ELF Super Bowl, like I said, it
yeah, it felt
can't like it
pretty
just felt like,
close.
yeah, the production was good. You know, it was really tight, and the game itself. I mean, you bought some
Yeah.
tickets to a good game.
Yeah, I couldn't have been a better choice, to be honest. Yeah, that was the best game that could have possibly happened at the championship game.
Yeah, that was it was so good. I was wondering if it would be the case. You know, Hamburg got blown out, of course, the last matchup between the two. So you're really hoping you get the best case scenario. I know that even going into the game, there were some injuries with Hamburg. You know, now credit, you have Kasim at least come back, so that was nice to see that for the Sea Devils. But you know,
Yeah,
I was just impressed. Like, it obviously guys like Clark, guys like Johnson, they came to play. It felt like that they were ready for anything, and it felt like two teams that knew each other pretty well.
Yeah, and I think everyone was surprised how good the Sea Devils actually were. Like they're a good team throughout the whole season, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, injuries and all of that, but yeah, nobody I think expected them to come out this strong in the first half, you know. In the first half, I thought they had half this game, you know. So, I mean, it was Frankfurt and Hamburg, Frankfurt, Hamburg, but it was kind of Hamburg sided. So yeah, that was surprising, but good for the game, you know.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. I think in terms of just proving that it's a quality product, and it's not that. I mean, yeah, these two teams were projected probably to be in the first championship at the end of the year, but
Yeah,
they showed why. So that was the nice part about it. You didn't I think a blowout would have been so hard, would have been so harsh, because I mean, I know it's more targeted to European audiences, but any Americans that are over here, American audiences in any football league, it's not the NFL, they're so hypercritical about football leagues that are not
yeah,
college or NFL with the shield. So it was awesome for me, like just saying, like on Twitter, going, you cannot argue this is not one of the best football games around the globe this weekend.
oh yeah, yeah,
So
100%. I
without a
mean, it
doubt.
was one of the best games I've seen. I know I haven't seen that many games, like for example, people from America, but
Okay.
I've had my fair shares of games, so
Well, okay,
yeah,
so
it was a pretty good game.
here's the thing though, that number I imagine for you might be going up soon, though,
Yeah.
just based on the fact that your hometown's getting a football team with them,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
and
it's
an old
different when
favorite.
you're yeah, right, right. It's different when you are at the game and the atmosphere, the fans, and it's this close and 20 seconds and the last field goal decides the game and
Mm-hmm.
everyone shouts in the stadium, you can't hear anything. That's a different feeling because yeah, maybe that's why I can yeah say that's the best game I've ever watched because of the atmosphere and everything around it, you know.
Right, right.
And
Yeah,
Rheinfire, as you said, my hometown gets a team, so I will obviously be at the games next year. So I'm already looking forward to it. So yeah, that's exciting.
expecting plenty more photos on the Reddit ELF channels
Oh
here
yeah,
coming up. So-
100%. This is now a Rheinfire's fan channel. Nah, not nah.
well,
Try to be a neutral.
how long does the neutral ground last for
Yeah,
Robin?
I will try my best. I promise.
Too funny, man. I loved it. I love the announcements. It was funny because they talked about it, like they're gonna do them at halftime, and they
Oh
almost like
man.
pulled this like 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 maybe like a birthday, or maybe even like, I don't know, Christmas. You have someone that's like, oh well, let's just open a present now, like
Yeah,
why
yeah,
wait
yeah,
around,
right, right.
right?
That was weird to be honest, you know.
They just
I don't
dropped it.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I was looking forward to a nice reveal at the halftime, like maybe get some players with the uniforms on around
Mhm,
on the field. I don't know, maybe something for the future, but that
mhm.
would have been exciting. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have done it the day before. I mean, okay, why not? I don't know.
Yeah,
It was nice. It was nice anyway. So it was not like now I was saying, oh no, they did it, and yeah.
sure. Well, I was expecting, I don't know, I had this grandiose thing where it's like, oh, you're gonna see Patrick Asume on a stage and he'll walk up, and then all of a sudden the video board will play that like promotion video they released,
Yeah, 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 right,
and
right,
then
right.
everyone loses their mind.
Yeah, right. The reaction in the stadium when they first I mean, imagine nobody knows that Rheinfire is coming, and at the halftime in Düsseldorf, where Rheinfire is home, you know,
Mhm.
you announce Rheinfire, the reaction from the crowd. I mean, that would have been. I mean, already there were. I had the feeling that there were more Rheinfire fans than Frankfurt and Hamburg fans at the game from the jerseys alone. No, no kidding, really. There were so many Rheinfire jerseys. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's all. I mean, that's great to hear. I know. that one, it seems like all season, besides the talk, like it seems like there's a lot of fans just there. Like it's a fan base that's been craving for it back, or like
Oh
never
yeah.
forgot, even
I
with,
mean, as
yeah.
yeah, as soon as Cologne was announced, I already read comments on Instagram and so on. Where's Ryan Fire? Now Ryan announced Ryan Fire throughout the whole season. So yeah, that's yeah, crazy fan base.
Right. That's good. That's good. You want
After all these
rabbits.
years.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, for how long it's been, you want that though.
Yeah.
That's so nice to see.
Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
definitely you got. I mean, if you're a guy like if you're like us cheering for you and I cheering for this league, it's got to bring a smile to your face a little bit.
Oh yeah. I mean, there were people saying, it's too close to Cologne, but when you have this fan base, this old fan base, there's still so many people.
Right.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer to bring them back when you have the rights to the name and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, what? Yeah. I mean, you can't. You got to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Too many
100%.
people are asking. You can't just sit there and like deny these people that way.
Yeah, right, right.
That's just like throwing away. And I'm thinking like in terms of sales and stuff, like that's just throwing away sales and money.
Yeah, I mean, 1 or 2 days, I don't know, shortly before they announced Rhine Fire, I read comments that said maybe Cologne Centurions will move to Düsseldorf and call themselves Rhine Fire. So I don't know. It's been crazy.
Right. You have any I don't know, I'm just kind of spitballing with you because you obviously live in the area, you have any
Yeah.
place you think they'll be, unless they're there at the stadium, which I think that'll be the largest venue in the ELF,
Oh,
so,
I mean, that would
or
be
one of
the
them.
maybe the goal in a few years. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, Düsseldorf, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have a couple of small. I think it will be a small stadium, like the one in Cologne,
Mm.
like a couple of seats, racetrack around it, maybe or something like that. I don't know if there are many options here, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Something to watch
but
out for.
yeah, yeah. But if I'm being, I don't know every stadium here in the city, so yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
Maybe have the big games in the Merkur Spiel Arena against Frankfurt Galaxy, for example. I'm sure
Mhm.
there will be a couple of fans for this old rivalry.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see that kind of relit up, too. I don't know, just so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
possibilities. That's nice to see that. And we're talking about this. It's just I know that obviously the Austrian teams are still a big ad, but like just I don't
Mm.
know, like I said, it's just kind of cool. Like you're gonna get that experience next year having that
Oh
team
yeah.
there.
I
So
mean, the Raiders and Vikings, great additions to the league. For me personally, maybe that's because I'm from here, or I don't know. It's Rheinfire had the biggest impact for me. Maybe I
mhm,
was looking more on the Rheinfire side of things, news and everything like that. So I haven't really dived into the Raiders and Vikings yet.
mhm.
But I mean, it's awesome that they are part of the league, another step to a professional league for that with the youth academies and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great positioning, just growing the game a bit more too. Something with the Rhine Fire. I don't know if you noticed this. Or maybe this will be a surprise to you if you haven't heard. Did you hear about maybe the leaked map of like other teams that are coming?
Yeah, I've seen that. I saw that.
They removed it from the Rhine site, so like it's gone
Uh,
now. But
I mean, they will removed it pretty quickly, so maybe that's something that might happen. I mean, it was Paris, Amsterdam, and London, I
hmm
think, were the three cities that were on the map. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
I'm I'm banking on it now. you
yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah, right, right.
Um,
My money is on. Yeah, yeah. No, but I think they are very likely to join the league. London was already confirmed in a press conference. It's
mhm,
been very silent since then, so
right.
we don't no news on that, and nobody ever mentioned it after that from the league. But Commissioner Izumi said London will be a franchise, so. But I know it's hard. The money has to come from somewhere, and the travel now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're crossing a little farther distance. You got more flights are going to be coming up more often
Yeah,
now.
right, right.
So understandable. I will say, like, it's funny how many times during the year since they did that preseason press conference where they talked about London, that
Mhm.
people have kind of gone, wait, what is London going to, like, they're like, what do you mean London's happening? It's like the league said it's going to happen. And they're like, when?
Yeah.
Beginning of the year? And they're like, oh yeah. It's like almost like it's a forgotten thing, because like you're saying, oh, hush hush. They've
Oh
been
yeah,
since
it's been a
then.
while, so yeah. I think there are many people who don't know that it was officially confirmed. Like it isn't a rumor or anything.
Right.
But as there were already Ingolstadt as a franchise, and then it was gone before the
Hmm.
season started. So there can always be problems.
Kind of feels like one of those, was it a thing? And you're like, no, it was.
No, no, I didn't say anything. Delete the videos.
No, I didn't do that. Delete everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was a slip.
Uh, oh, should we live? What?
What? Oh, great. YouTube's demonetized.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
that's all good.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. I'm that now. I feel bad. I'm like, how dare you do that on this show? On this show, obviously
Ruining
the
your
casual,
livelihood.
it's probably the most casual version of this show I'll ever do. Anyway,
Yeah. Uh,
that's too funny.
great.
I'm excited. I like that. I know that they actually just released on their website. By the way, that we're talking about the lead into next year. They already got 4 of the teams that are already announcing tryouts for next season.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, now credit, 2 of them are 2 of the expansion teams, of course, but still, like, I mean, they're already getting tryouts, right? Like that's nice to see. Like, all right, getting things snappily underway. Just like a professional franchise. Really cool.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Cool.
I saw Rheinfire you on the website. There's like a form application form, and there you can enter your uh, 40-yard dash times and where you've played, what position you've played in like this, in
Oh,
this
no
form,
kidding.
you have to fill it out and click submit, and you're good to go. So that's a nice way of doing it.
Yeah, quick and efficient. And it
Yeah,
gets things in the door. Plus, you can always question it later. I
yeah,
mean,
right, right.
you can look at me here. Like, I'm not running a 4.340 or something. I can put it in. My name's
Yeah.
John. My name's John Carlson, and I'll spell it like Carlson, where it's like Karl and then 2 S's just to kind of get more of the native spelling or something.
I mean, once you are there,
Hey,
uh, that's
I
great. It's great.
mean, Germany is that is my heritage, so wouldn't
Oh,
mind. Wouldn't mind. Fun fact: those that don't
I
know
didn't
about
know
me,
that.
those don't know about me, I'm 2/3 German. So there you have it.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
get back to my
No, but
roots.
it's nice to see it's nice to see the franchise, so early in the off season doing these things.
Hmm.
Rheinfire already signed coaches and players, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's great. Yeah.
Right. We were talking actually last episode Vince and I were talking. It's kind of cool, like see a bit of the progressive nature. I know 2 of the teams now have female general managers, so that was
Oh yeah,
nice to
that's
see as
nice.
well.
Yeah, it's great news.
Hmm.
I'm happy that this happened. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, just kind of a cool tidbit to be, anyone, as long as you show the experience, anyone is open for that
Yeah,
spot.
right, right. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that's
Absolutely.
great. There were already a female referee, a female assistant coach in Barcelona, I think. So yeah, that's great.
I got to ask you, and again, this is one of those things that's been a while since we've talked.
Hmm.
So season's over. So what's something you
Yeah,
want to see in the off season for the league to do?
that's a tough question.
Or,
I
or
mean,
like, or even like community members, since you handle the Reddit, there's people posting every day on there.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out, and maybe get for the players, who are there for the second season.
Hmm.
maybe get to know them even better. I mean, the season is now at the end, and it only just feels like I know some of the personalities of these players, on the field and so on. I mean, it's not that much time, 12 weeks, for players you've never heard of before, only if you've followed the domestic leagues. So,
True, true.
I mean, that would be great to have some like more insights. Or the Cologne Centurions, for example, they're doing a weekly stream. I don't know which player it was now. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, if you're watching, sorry,
Or are they
but
gonna, like you're saying, weekly, like on Twitch or something? Or
yeah, they're doing a weekly gaming stream on
oh,
Twitch.
no
That's
kidding, that
awesome.
is so
That's some
cool.
Yeah, and there he has like guests every week, different players and so on. So that's not a great way to get to know these players.
Yeah, that is
Something
an
like that.
excellent.
And it's a new way of looking at it. It Twitch streams, so it's great. It's
Right. Well, I like that, and I know that obviously we're going to watch for the re-signings as more go on. But I mean, right now, if you get people sign in faster, you can start getting familiar. I mean, familiarity with your roster is great for fans. It
yeah,
helps
yeah, right,
relate
right.
better. So I love that idea, especially Cologne already jumped to the gate. They got their two of their biggest stars already re-signed. So
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
So now they have a like yeah almost a full off season, to
mhm.
expand on these personalities of them, and the fans, they can become real fan favorites. Play, two of the best players of the team in the first season going into the second season, and then who knows what the third season brings, but yeah, could be a legacy already. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows? I don't know.
possibilities. I love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love to hear that though. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna have to search them
yeah,
out on
yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah, right, right. I don't know the Twitter account of the Centurions announced it. I mean, I think it's for the most part on German, but when they are guests, they will do parts in English. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's always the thing with German franchises. Most of the communication is in German. Barcelona, for example, there are some things I simply don't know what they are doing. I have to translate them.
Right.
Yeah, but they are doing great work. When they tweet something, they always have the English translation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That does help. It's funny. I definitely, I'm a little bit better at reading the Spanish for the tweets. But it's
Mm.
almost like this makes me think back to when I was in kind of high school, or kind of just before
Mm.
college, doing those classes. And I I joke with my mom. I'm like, I should do German, learn my background. And she's like, no, do Spanish. There's more there's more of an Hispanic population in
Uh,
the U.S., which there is. I'll give her that. But now I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm into the German football,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Missed
I
opportunity, man.
exactly.
Now do
I
you
haven't
have to
told.
see it?
I know next time I say it, we're like, see, I should have taken these
Yeah.
classes back in the day. And I could read these tweets better. Because like fan accounts that I follow on Twitter, it's funny. They'll like retweet stuff, and I'm like, what are you saying?
Oh
I
yeah,
got translated.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I hope they're not like ripping on me
I
or
mean, I'm
something.
thankful for this translate tweet button. Saved my life.
Yeah, this dumb American. What does he think he's talking about? And then I'm like, yeah, he likes what I'm doing.
Uh,
uh, but yeah, I mean, it's good opportunities. I like that you got teams thinking outside the box to start, and that's going to need to happen more.
yeah.
I found it interesting the league doing NFTs, but like everyone's doing NFTs
Oh
now.
yeah. I don't know. I
I'm not
mean,
an NFT guy either. All I know is it's digital
yeah.
stuff that you own.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I saw that, or I've read that one NFT, the Hamburg Sea Devils logo,
mhm.
it was bought for 19 euros or dollars, I don't know,
Yeah.
and was sold already one time for 70 or 100
What?
because it's limited. It's 100 logos you can buy,
Like, how
and
does?
so and then there is a marketplace, and then you can put your logo that you've bought for 20 euros and sell it for whatever you like. And if you're the only one selling it and someone really wants that, he has to pay up. So I don't know.
I don't. I'm trying to understand it. All I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah.
I know there's specific safeguards and stuff for this stuff, but like,
Yeah, it's
I don't
hard to
know.
wrap your head around it,
I
you
just
know.
look at it as like you're just owning some code, and like it's a bunch of numbers that you really own, and
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But
I
what do
mean,
I
if a
know?
picture on my wall, I have this one and no one else has this one, and they have to come into my home and get it from me if you want. But of this digital stuff, I don't know, man.
Right.
Let me
Well,
just copy paste this, you know. I
well,
don't
it
know.
was jarring because like I know you saw it because the championship game they had the NFT club sticker above the ELF one
Yeah.
on their jerseys. I'm like, no, they have to do that like first game they're doing it, and they're like, all right, time to buy.
Um, yeah, but that's another thing. You can make money from it, so the league
Hmm.
gets some money from it, and I don't think it's too expensive to do this. I don't know anything about it, but I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not that. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at so they have that NTF Club website. I'm actually, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'm gonna move on because
Yeah.
just because. But like, you can buy like, for example, you can buy one that's a picture of a frame piece of artwork that is a snapshot. It looks like from the championship game.
Oh yeah,
Kind of
yeah,
like stylized for 19 euros, which most of them are 19 euros anyway,
yeah.
except for what is the ELF championship game ticket stub rotating logo for 9 euros
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, from the yeah, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't I don't want to say anything wrong, so let's just I don't know.
That's all I'm gonna move on.
I mean, it's insane. Get it?
You want code, you buy code.
Might
Go
as
on
well get
ahead.
it. I mean, if this league is successful, who knows? Someone who
Oh, I know.
buys this now will make a huge amount of money, maybe.
I
So,
mean, I sat there championship week and was like, should I buy like the Thunder
mm-hmm.
one because it's kind of cool? Like I'm like thinking like, how can I use this?
Yeah,
So I've thought about it. Thought about it.
yeah, yeah. Me too.
So
Who
we'll
knows?
see.
Who knows?
Hey, like I agree. If the league gets
Uh,
big and if it helps the league, that's cool. You know, there's a fan control football in the U.S., which is like basically arena football with extra steps that is doing this. So hey, someone's
mhm.
making money somewhere. You
Yeah,
know,
has to.
someone's making money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Uh, Robin,
Uh,
I guess I want to. There's one last piece I want to talk to you about real quick. Just catching up
sure.
with you, and it's only because it came up recently. As we're talking.
Hmm.
Because today, as we were getting ready to do this, the NFL's been talking on going to Germany,
Hmm.
and they're going to announce the three finalists for cities. Now I don't know what those are yet. I mean, we'll find
Uh,
out, but I
yeah.
mean, I mean, I'm curious your thoughts at least. Like, does this hurt the LF? Is it better just to grow the game there, and so the LF gets boosted by that?
Oh no, I
I
think
mean,
this will boost the football in Germany even more. So we have a boom right now for a
mm-hmm.
couple of years now with the football and television free TV. So we have this Pro7, this one of the biggest free TVs, yeah, TV stations here.
Okay.
And so they have a second channel called Pro7 Max, and there are all the football games at the weekend. I don't know how many, 3 NFL games. I don't know exactly. And yeah, so now they are showing some of the NFL games at the main TV station at Pro7, in
Oh,
free TV, one of the biggest. So that's something. The London game I think will be streamed there, if I'm not wrong. But it will boost the football in Germany, I think. Being there, representing it. And the way I understood it is that they want to be there for a couple of years. They want to pick one location and stay there for, I don't know, 5, 10 years, depending on how good it works. So that would be, I think it will boost everything. Maybe get a cooperation with the ELF while you are there. Maybe it will be a place where a franchise of the ELF is, and you can have I don't know, a place at the huddle or at the fan party before the game starts. Have I don't know, but sell merch from the ELF. I don't know what. There are possibilities, many possibilities.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just wondering. I know. I think this is one of those things I also am like taking. I'm curious from like Germany versus U.S. U.S. There's the NFL is just so dominant. So it's like any alternate league. I'm like I always get worried about them, and then NFL fans kind of like poo pooing on it
Yeah,
or being down on it. So like
I
you
mean,
got a league that's considered in the U.S. to us alternate, but to you guys, the ELF's kind of the thing, other than letting NFL games playing once in a while,
yeah,
or no?
I think a big thing is I have to stay up the night to watch the NFL games. I have to stay
True.
up late. So that's one thing. The ELF, it's been awesome. At 3 p.m. I can sit there watch TV, watch football. That's something I've never done before, really. So that's great. And that's a huge game changer. I mean, I get that it's hard for leagues to establish themselves beside the NFL, but
Mm,
a league in Europe and with the time zones and everything, I think this can work, coexist. Like, yeah, I mean, um, the viewership numbers on television for the NFL are still bigger than the ones from the ELF. It's still a
mm,
small league, first season, and so on. So, but I think the ELF will get there, and yeah,
not bad. No, I I hope that hoping it's the case too. I'm just liking that you know, I know Germany's gotten a good rap for its football support, and it's getting rewarded for that. And
yeah,
it's kind of cool to see that growth, especially from a country that's so used to, like myself, where I'm at, that's so used to just this is the norm. Now you're seeing it grow and develop and kind of be this, wow, this is an amazing thing, more and more so in another place across the pond, you know?
oh yeah, right. I mean, we
So
have some crazy fans here. There are some. I recently saw a video of a Green Bay Packers fan. His whole basement, ooh, so many helmets, signed, everything. I couldn't believe it. Someone like that in Germany. So crazy. We have a fan base, an NFL fan base here in Germany. That's crazy. There was a map, a statistic, I don't know, a couple of days ago where Germany was ranked number 7 or 6 from the fans, people who consider themselves NFL fans.
really,
So in the whole world, Germany was 6 or 7. I'm not sure right now, but they were the number one in Europe. Yeah. So that's I mean says everything. That's why the
right,
NFL even considers Germany as a place for a game. They wouldn't do it if there weren't so many German fans.
right. Well, you gotta go. You gotta at least have some in already. It helps too. They have the history there, so that
Yeah.
definitely gives
Right.
them an in
Yeah.
instantly with that as well. But it's great. That's great. I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to the announcement. I'll definitely be texting you on that. Whatever city it is. You know.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to a game. I will definitely visit a game here in Germany. I wasn't at the London game yet, but I was planning to do that in the next few years
Mhm.
anyway. But now that they are coming to Germany, I will 100% visit the NFL game here in Germany. It's hard to. I mean, I don't know if I would fly into the States and then watch an NFL game there. There's a little bit of money involved, and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you
So
gotta jump. I mean, you gotta get the
yeah,
overseas travel and all that.
it's nice that the NFL comes to me now. So, at least sometime.
Right. Right.
That's a way of seeing it.
It's funny. I, oh, that's funny. I get that. I'm, I'm actually curious because I know for me going over there, it's the flight would be nuts. Like how about you coming over here? Would be kind of you have to pay a
Mm,
bigger price. Like for you, how much does it cost for you to just? I know because London. So how much does it
hmm
cost for you to get to London from Dusseldorf? Like, do you
Ooh,
think?
I don't even know if I had so when was this? 3 years ago, I had a flight from Cologne to London for like that's laughable, less than 20 euros. It was
What?
a last minute thing. Yeah, it's crazy. That was a very cheap airline. So if you have to, doesn't have to be that expensive.
Hey, I
I
mean,
mean, of course, I was not at Heathrow. I had to travel a little bit to be in London, but yeah,
mhm.
you
Ah,
can get there pretty cheap, you know.
oh, I wish. I
I
wish it
mean, I
was
don't
that
know now
cheap.
with the Brexit, you know. I don't know.
Not the same currency anymore, or not the same, at least translatable currency, I guess.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Fair enough. No, it's just that's man, I need European vacation.
I mean, it's great here, you know.
Hey, look, all I'm telling
Hey,
you is when they were advertising the Barcelona trips on the ELF website, I'm
yeah.
like, man, I hope these. I'm like, in my back of my head, I'm like, cross my fingers, going, I hope this can be for Americans too. And I know it wasn't, but I was
Yeah.
hoping. I'm like, I hope this price is for American audiences.
But
Like,
I
they just fly me for this cheap
don't.
over to
Yeah, yeah.
Barcelona. But yeah, yeah, maybe someday.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, the league probably knows that that would be something interesting, you know, in the off season, have like a recap of the first season, show how many people viewed the games at the with the Game Pass, maybe how many people viewed it from America. That would
An,
be some interesting statistics, you know.
an analytical like map with like
Yeah,
percentages or like
right.
something
Yeah,
that'd be really cool to post on
because
social.
we only have the TV viewership numbers from the ProSieben Max here from the television in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know anything about the Spanish television. I don't know anything about the how many Polish people watched via the Game Pass because they could watch for free via the Game Pass. So
That'd be good.
these numbers, you know, nobody knows. I think, yeah, maybe the league knows. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They probably do. Or at least maybe they're collecting their data. I don't work in analytics, but I imagine at some point they'll have everything together. So who
yeah,
knows?
probably.
You know. Robin, good to chat with you, buddy. It's
Hey, thank you.
yeah,
It's been great. It's been great. Thanks for having me.
it's no problem. It's just nice to get to talk to you again.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner rather than later next time. Hope some more stuff comes along. So
I
thanks.
mean, now I have time in the off season. No, not many ELF news. Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Catch you in the next video. We'll get back up to speed next week. And good to have you on, man. Really pleasure to talk to you as always.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The Gridiron Gallery Podcast. New episodes every Friday on your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, and premiering first, as always, at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, only on unhingedsn.com.